What's going on, people? So this is going to be a quick video giving y'all an update on the $200 DIY star ceiling, and I just wanted to answer a couple questions that I constantly get on the comment section of this video. So if you're somebody that was thinking about building one of these or just wanted to entertain the thought of building one of these, hopefully this video will help you out. So the number one question I seem to get is, what is this fabric? Now, I must admit, this fabric is not the ideal fabric to use for this. It's just a black tablecloth. Now, if you go back to my original video, I'll have that video linked at the end of the video. At the end of this video, that $200 star ceiling video will come up if you haven't already seen it. But I go through a full breakdown of how to build this, the materials and everything that's needed. Everything needed to build this was less than $200. So the fabric is just a tablecloth. Again, I have that all linked in the description of the original video. The reason that's not the ideal fabric to use is because it's a little bit see-through. So what I had to do is put another layer of fabric on the back side of it, which is felt, will help the light not bleed through the tablecloth. Now, if you look here, there's one section right here that you can see where the felt on the back side is not there, and that's what you're going to try to avoid. So that's why I put the felt on the other side of this tablecloth. Now, if you just wanted to use felt, you could do that, but then you're going to have a really hard time pushing the fiber optics through the fabric. So, you know, depending on your tolerance or your patience, depends on which type of fabric you're going to use. But again, this is just like a nylon tablecloth. The second question was what I just kind of answered is, what did I use to push the fiber optics through the tablecloth? And for that, I just used my hand. So when I put these in, I literally just pushed them through with my hand. There was no tools, nothing like that. I didn't pre-poke anything through the fabric. I just used the actual fiber optic to push it through. Now, on this accent lighting, this is the only thing that I have needed to replace. The one that I put before was just some cheap generic LED strip that I got from Amazon. I have since replaced that with a Govee light. Now I can control this light through this controller right here, or I can just control it through the app. And you know, I can go through here and change the colors of the light on the top. I also can change the color of the actual fiber optics. I would have to go into my phone to do that, but I can do that. Now, as far as the frame is made up of 2x4s. So pretty much what I did was build a square or a rectangle frame, 2x4 all the way around. And then there's two support beams running across this way on each side of the frame, which is used to connect it to the ceiling. Now, I'm gonna see if I can get up here so I can actually show you how it's connected. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it or not, but okay, so let me see if I can. So if you can see here, that's the wood frame that's going across. As you can see the LEDs there. You actually can still see the old one that died on me, and that's the new one at the top that I put in. But this wood beam going across has a eye bolt going right into the ceiling joist. So you definitely want to make sure you're in wood there, because that's what's supporting this. So there's 4 of these. Of course, there's one here, one on this side here, one down there, and one down there. So again, this has been hanging for almost 4 years now. So haven't really had any issues with it. I actually have this wired into an outlet. The outlet is actually behind this picture frame, if you can see it. So if I wanted just to power everything off with the switch, I could do that, but I normally just leave this on for the most part. If I was to turn this light switch right here, is connected to this track light that I have mounted on the side of the star ceiling. That's pretty much the only light that's down here, other than these recessed lights that I added later on. So if I was to turn this off, you can get an idea of what it looks like down here with just the star ceiling on, which this is my favorite. This is probably my favorite lighting combination with the blue stars and the blue surrounding lights. I think this is my favorite combination, second to the blue lights with the red around the edge. This is probably my second favorite look. But there's a lot of different variations you can do with this. Of course, like I told you before, you can change the colors of the fiber optic. One thing, after 5 or 4 years of having this up, I am starting to hear the fiber optic. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm gonna stop talking for a second to see if you can hear that noise. So it's not really noticeable, but the sound of the actual motor that creates the twinkle effect in the fiber optics does start to make noise now. Again, if I was to have the TV on, you wouldn't even notice it, but if you have it just silent down here with just the star ceiling, you can start to hear that noise. Now again, you can turn off the twinkle function and it'll just be a static lights for the stars. But again, I like the twinkle look. This looks better to me. Another question that a lot of people ask, and have everything linked in the description, but they ask what motor did I use. Now again, this couldn't be any motor. They have a bunch of different variations depending on the size of frame that you want to build. I probably didn't even use half of the fiber optics that came with this kit. So just keep in mind, they come with like 3,000 strands or 6,000 strands. I used a small percentage of those strands when I built this star ceiling. So just keep that in mind when you're building your frame. Depending on the size, depends on how many actual fiber optic strands you want in your kit. But again, depending on how you space them, you probably won't need a lot. I would just recommend going with the one I have linked in the description. It'll fit this size frame or something probably twice this size, because again, I didn't even use half of them. So just something to keep in mind. Now, if anybody has any other questions about this, just let me know. I just wanted to make this video as an update to anybody who has watched this video in the past. I just wanted to see if it was still working, if it was still hanging in there. Oh, another question is, do I have to deal with any sagging of the fabric in the middle? Because the fabric right here in this center region doesn't have anything supporting it. It's just stapled around the edges. And I can tell you this, the sagging is very minimum. It looks very similar to how it looked the first time I put it up. So now if you're building a frame that's a little bit bigger than this, then that could be an issue. But for this size frame, which is about, I'll say 8 by 12 or so, I haven't had any issues. So if you have any other questions that I didn't answer in this video, just drop them down in the comment section. I'll be sure to get to all of y'all questions. So I want to thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in the next video.